that time of the week again. We have another tier list for you guys. Today we're doing the prime icon list. There are a lot of icons on this list, as you can see, that we're going to be going through, and we'll be putting them in certain tier lists to see how good they are. I'm just going to base this off the cards, stats, and how I think they'll be in game. Obviously, you haven't been able to use many of these cards as they have only just dropped. But let's get straight into this one with the Rui Costa card. As you can see, 84 pace, 81 shooting, 88 passing. He's got 88 dribbling, 44 defending, and 79 physical. But honestly, you're not going to want this guy in your packs. Straight in C tier, because he's not terrible, but he's not one of the B8 or S tier players. Next up, we have got Van Nistelrooy, 86 pace, 91 shooting, 74 passing, 85 dribbling, and then 82 physical. Straight in B tier there, nice and quick, nice and sharp. We'll get through these as quick as we can. Zanetti, we're going to stick in the B tier as well, above Van Nistelrooy. Could potentially be A tier when you're looking at the card. Could he be a bit fast? Actually, we're going to move it up to A tier because he is genuinely a very good right back and possibly one of the best right backs on the game. Moving forward then, we've got Xavi's 93 rated card, 81 pace, 80 shooting, 95 passing, 93 dribbling. We're going to stick him at top of B tier, mainly because I've never found Xavi that good. I've packed him in a few Fifas now. I've had his Prime Moments card, and I just didn't think he was as good as his card looked like it was going to be. Moving on though, we've got Nesta, 72 pace defender, 94 defending, and 86 physical. Another card that we're going to stick in the C tier. Not quick enough in my opinion as a centre back on this game. Moving forward, we've got Baggio, 86 pace, 84 shooting, 92 passing, 92 dribbling. This card looks very, very nice. We're going to stick him in A tier as a card for now. Next up, we have got Desai, 83 pace, and then 90 defending, 90 physical. Is this guy an S tier card? Probably not. We're going to stick him in A tier though, as I think he is a very, very good defender to use in game. Very similar. Cannavaro, another class defender on the game with 80 pace. He's very, very decent. Very good defender. Moving forward, we've got Gianfranco Zola, and we're going to stick this guy in C tier. I get he's a striker. He's got good dribbling. And we'll stick B tier actually, thinking about it, because he is a very, very good player. But maybe not the best in the world. Moving forward to Philipp Lahm. Can this card move to CDM? I think it can. I'm going to stick him in. We're going to stick Philipp Lahm. If he can be CDM, he'd probably be A tier. But for that reason, we'll stick him in B tier because I'm not 100% sure. Bastian Schweinsteiger up next. Very good card in terms of stats once again. But is he going to quite go? He'll go in B tier as well. Almost all 80 plus stats. But he just doesn't feel that good in game. I don't know if you guys agree with that. Next up, but we do have Seedorf's card, 91 rate. We've got a lot of B tier cards so far. Mainly because I just want to make that little gap between the A tier and that as well. But Seedorf, he's got 80 pace, 87 shooting, 90 passing, 88 dribbling. It's a very, very good card. We are going to stick this man in A tier as well. Clarence Seedorf. Very similar card to Baggio actually. In fact, Baggio's stats probably do look a little bit better apart from physicality. Next up, we've got Shevchenko then. The card looks very nice. 88 pace, 92 shooting, 87 dribbling. We're going to stick him in B tier towards the end. Then Steven Gerrard, in my opinion, a C tier icon as the prime icon moments. He's not one you actually want, really, in my opinion. The card looks okay, but he doesn't play that well in game. Moving forward, we've got Kaká is an A tier card, in my opinion. A very nice icon to get and a very good player to have. Our first S tier card is Zinedine Zidane. I'm sure you guys all agree with this. This guy is unreal. His dribbling feels great. Everything about him feels great. He is going in there. Vidic in C tier. Hernandez, another card I'm going to stick in C tier. I've used him. And in fact, no, he's probably better than Shevchenko. So we're going to move Shevchenko down. He's also probably better than Zola, you know. But we'll leave him there for now. And potentially we'll move that in a bit. Robert Pires then, a card that is going to go in C tier. Love the man, but it's a C tier card. Fernando Herrero, also a C tier card. Just too slow in my opinion compared to some of the other icons. Emmanuel Petit is an absolute A tier card. He's a great player in game. Thierry Henry is probably also an A tier card. Probably won't quite hit the level of the S tier just due to the fact he's a bit clunky at points. Hadji, a card that in my opinion looks so much better than he is. He's going to go in C tier because every time I've had him he has been pretty bad. Sanchez, the Mexican icon, looks like a very good card. He is going straight in our A tier. A tier actually currently has the most amount of players. That's kind of mad, actually. Makalele, we're going to stick him in top of B tier because we're going to try and even this out a bit. We're speeding through these guys, if you're wondering, because there's so many to get through. And then we'll have a little flip through the list at the end. And some of them, obviously, you're going to disagree with some of these. There's so many cards. Baresi, a C tier card. We got Carlos Alberto, probably a B tier on... In fact, no, he's going to have to be A tier, isn't he? Eric Cantona. See, I'm not used to Cantona. But when I have come up against him, he's never really caused me any issues, but he does have a good card, so we'll stick him in B tier. Coleman, as a defender, my hamster's going mental now. Please don't do that. Anyway, we'll continue. Coleman, we're going to stick actually in C tier. I don't really rate him. Bobby Moore, first D tier icon in my opinion. His World Cup icon I have, don't really rate him at all, think he's useless. Cruyff, straight in S tier. Unbelievable card on the game. One of the best cards I've ever used on FIFA. Socrates probably is an A tier card to be fair. Butragueno, also probably an A tier card. His finishing is phenomenal. Van Basten then, probably going to put him in B tier towards the end of that as well. A very, very good card. We've got Rijkaard up next then. 77 pace, 76 shooting. Not quite. You know, we're going to stick him in B tier as well towards the end of B tier. Hullet is definitely an S tier card. I'm sure we can all agree on that. My hamster's going absolutely mental. Let's drop this man some food in his cage because it will keep him calm for a little bit. You know, there we are. You can watch all this, guys. Gary Lineker up next. 92 rated striker Gary Lineker. And he's going to be a D tier icon. No one wants him. If you get him in a pack, you're pretty disappointed. Same with Suka, probably a D tier icon. Same with Laudrup, also a D tier icon. Moving forward, George Best, S tier. This card is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Riquelme is just the poor man's Maradona. And he is also a D tier icon. Pele, obviously an S tier. Yashin, D tier. Why am I going to put all the goalkeepers in D tier? And I am going to put all the goalkeepers in D tier. Every time I've used an icon goalkeeper, they have been useless for me. So that is my reasoning for that. Del Piero is a straight up C tier card. Carlos Puyol, I'm actually going to stick in B tier because I don't think he's that bad. I know some people don't like him, but I don't think he's that bad on the game. Dennis Bergkamp, a B tier card as well. Cliver, A tier. Patrick Vieira is a S tier card. He's an unbelievable player. Very, very good centre mid. His World Cup card is ridiculous. I really do recommend getting it. And I'm going to say Roberto Carlos is also an S tier card. I think he's one of the most underrated fullbacks in a way. He always gets forgotten about. He's not actually underrated, actually. But on FIFA, I feel like he always gets forgotten about as one of the best left backs on the game. He's so good all the time. Mateus, another card that is probably, you could say S tier, but I'm going to stick him in A tier. Maldini, a B tier card. Actually, probably an A tier card. Maybe even an S tier, some may say. Laurent Blanc, we're going to stick in C tier. Larson is a good player, but again, you just don't really see anyone use him because he doesn't feel that good in games, so he is an S tier. No, sorry, a C tier card. Vieri, D tier card. No one uses him. He's not very good. Close. We're going to stick him in D tier as well. It's another one you don't really want to be getting used. Savio is definitely in the S tier category. Veron is going to be a D tier as well. Sol Campbell, C tier. Gattuso, D tier. The D tier is getting stacked up now. Scholes, D tier. Barnes is probably a B tier, you know. He's not that bad at all. Garincha is also an S tier card. This guy is absolutely unbelievable on the game, guys. I do recommend getting him. Kenny Dalglish, also an S tier card. As a striker, he feels absolutely insane. So Kenny Dalglish is an S tier icon. Ian Rush, feels good. We're going to stick him in B tier. Ian Wright, probably a D tier icon. Zambrotta, probably a C tier icon. David Beckham, D tier. Honestly, doesn't feel great. Puskás, A tier. Very good card. Robin Van Persie, probably a B tier. He does feel really nice. His World Cup card. So I'm guessing that one as well will be feeling very, very good. We've got Ronaldinho, an S tier icon. Very, very good. We've just moved Nesta up. And we put Ronaldinho there by accident. We'll stick him back there. Didier Drogba, another card people love. We're going to stick him at the top of A tier. As an Arsenal fan, not sticking him in there. Ashley Cole, D tier. Not much more has to be said about him, let's be honest. Balak, all 80 plus card, A tier icon. R9 Ronaldo, D tier. Obviously not. R9 Ronaldo is definitely an S tier icon, guys. Unbelievable player. Rivaldo, probably a B tier. I think he's overrated. I'll be honest. Never really liked him. Have used him a good few times. And he just doesn't seem to be as good as his card suggests. Raul, D tier. Michael Essien, probably an A tier card. He feels very good in game. Stoichkov, not using him. His stats look unreal. We'll stick him in A tier as well. Petacek, D tier. Goalkeepers stink up the gaff. Fernando Torres, El Nino is probably top end A tier card. Cafu, good fullback. Very good fullback. We're going to stick him in A tier as well. Just because I don't want to stack out S tier too much. Van der Sar, D tier. Alan Shearer, D tier. Wayne Rooney, probably in B tier. Michael Owen, probably in C tier. Lampard, D tier. Casillas, D tier. Luis Figo, B tier. Littmanen, D tier. Trezeguet, D tier. Nedved, probably C tier. Ferdinand is going to be in... You know, his card is good. We're going to stick it in B tier. Crespo, again, another card, going to stick in B tier. Pirlo, I just wouldn't want him D tier. Samuel Eto'o, we're going to go straight for A. Xabi Alonso, another card. It looks C tier, we'll stick him in. Jarzinho, we're going to stick in S tier because this card is very good. And then last but not least, we have got Muller's card, 88 pace, 94 shooting, 88 dribbling. We're going to stick him in... I've not used him. We'll stick him in B tier. I've not seen many people use him. But that is our final list, guys. Let us know what you think about this list. Obviously, it's very hard to make lists like this. I've tried to make the sections as even as possible and then leaving the S tier a bit to better cards. Maybe Dalglish is rated a bit too highly on there. I don't know, but he always seems to be a very good card on the game. But let me know your thoughts on this list, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. If you are new around it, please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.